Okay, this is to the 3 women that have to put up with these 3 Canadian guys. We deserve this. Nostravia!
Nostravia! Nostravia.
Ready?
All right, ready? Go.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Having to deal with the Canadian guys isn't so bad now.
So, welcome to tonight's live stream. How is everybody tonight?
Good.
Right,
Yeah, we're all good.
right. We got 4 great riders here tonight. How is everybody tonight?
Somebody's got their thing turned up. Not me.
4 great riders here.
Not me.
How is everybody tonight?
Somebody's got their thing turned up.
So is Cal's YouTube, did he close it?
So, Cal, is your YouTube still open?
There.
Okay.
I'm good.
I don't hear any echoes now. Cal, you're okay?
That was me.
Okay.
All right.
We're good to go.
The main guy.
Well, that was kind of an interesting opening there, Dave.
So,
Yeah.
so Cal, just so you know, the Canadian guys finally got to, in person, have a barbecue over at my house. Now, it's been
Annual.
annual. Okay. The problem is our wives are all friends now. They're all chatting back and forth on their messenger. So yeah, I think
They're counting cameras and other accessories that we need. Yeah.
So the interesting point of the barbecue was that all of the wives were drinking and all of the men were the designated drivers. Well, not me, because I live, it was at my house, right? But both Kevin and Wayne didn't drink a lot, but the wives certainly had a good time.
Yeah, it's true.
Right. So, all right. So let's get back to where we are, right? And we are really fortunate and thrilled that we have with us Cal from Snowbird Biker. Right, Cal, welcome to our live stream. How you doing tonight?
I'm great. Thanks for allowing me to be here.
Very good, great. So let's just jump right into it. We're going to go around the panel. Cal, we always start with you before we, go back to Kevin and Wayne and myself. But let's start off, right? And Cal, here's your opportunity. Let us know who Cal is and Snowbird Biker, and kind of give us an idea of what's in that garage of yours.
Okay. I got the idea of Snowbird Biker because for the last 10 years, I've been a Canadian snowbird, spending my winters in Florida and summers in Canada. And I keep a motorcycle in Florida, and I have a couple of them right here. In my garage here, I've got a Suzuki V-Strom. I've got my Harley Pan America, and I've got an old truck, a Little Red Express.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a
video. He did a video about his little pickup, and I really like that thing.
I've driven one of those trucks. Actually, when it was brand new.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a coworker of mine bought one.
Yeah. That's a good garage to have, guys.
Yeah, I know. He's got a lot of good stuff in there.
Okay, thanks, Cal. Kev.
Hello, how are you? Superman Kev. 2001. Daydreaming here. I've got a broken 2012 Electric Glide Classic in my garage that needs some work. But that's okay. That's about where I'm at right now. Go ahead, Wayne.
So I'm Jarvis Biker, and right this second, I have a 2005 Goldwing in the garage only. I just surrendered my 2012 Concours as a trade-in on a 2021 Road Glide Limited, which is somewhere between Cambridge, Ontario and Calgary, Alberta. We don't know where it is right now. So it's in a box on its way here. So I should take delivery of it by the end of the week, and then that'll be my only bike. The Goldwing's going as a trade-in as well. So
he's been pressured, and we finally got him to cross over to the dark side, right? From being
actually, it wasn't you two guys; it was somebody else. That so you know, I want you taking all the credit. But,
we'll take credit.
we've had quite a bit of fun about it. So yeah.
Absolutely. So let's see.
Just before we get going here, Dave,
Yeah.
You two guys, like I just want to thank Kevin for the lovely gift. Just highlight for everybody. So
it's a bikini.
Yeah, it's a bikini.
A little Harley patch for my cut,
Got his
and he got me a new Demon Bell for the Harley for when it comes. So we're all set to get rid of all the jinxes and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think I should have kept it.
Well, I'll cut the one off the Goldwing. I'll give it to you.
I'm going to have to wait a week to get my bike fixed.
Yeah, I think the one on the Goldwing was running out of gas, so it was time for the bike to go.
Yeah.
Too many repairs.
Yeah. Well, there you go, Kev. There's your perfect reason to go out and buy yourself a new motorcycle, right?
Yeah. Just tell
he
that to
already
my wife.
talked to the guy I bought mine off. So
just tell
don't
that
go
to
thinking
my
he
wife.
hasn't been there.
Yeah. Okay. And then just final to round out the introductions. I'm Dave from Harley's Diners Rides. I ride a 2007 Street Glide. And my channel is all about Harleys, travel. We got a toy hauler, so all sorts of stuff, right? You know, much the same as our two guys on the bottom window there. All right, so we're going to jump in. And Cal, this question is for you, right? In general, what is it that you like about riding in Nova Scotia? And I know you do a lot of riding in Florida too, because you're a snowbird. But let's start off with Nova Scotia, because you know it's such a nice
ride. Because man, we need more than a 1 hour show. Well, the reason, I guess we'll start with saying that Nova Scotia has 13,300 kilometers of coastline.
Wow.
And along that coastline, we have some of the most scenic 2-lane blacktop that can be found anywhere on this earth. And then when you visit the interior of Nova Scotia, we've got places like the Annapolis Valley, beautiful winding roads to apple orchards and wineries. And then we've got all these historic towns that we can visit, like Lunenburg and Liverpool, and Chester, and Peggy's Cove. And I haven't even started talking about Cabot Trail and Cape Breton. I'd be here all day, Dave. Anyway, it's a fantastic province to ride in.
Well, I'll let you know when there's you need to put another quarter in the meter, but have at it. Tell us about some of these roads some of your favorites.
Some of my favorite roads. Well, the Cabot Trail, of course. I'm going there for a weekend, this coming weekend, actually. And so myself and a group from our Harley Owners Group, I love riding on the eastern shore all along the coast. Today, myself and a friend rode out to Chester along the coast. The lighthouse route is just absolutely beautiful. Anyway, I could go on.
Okay. All right. So this is probably going to strike up a lot of interest in our side chat. So why have you recently changed your style of motorcycle to a Harley Davidson Pan American?
I previously had a Road Glide Ultra and a Suzuki V-Strom. And for some reason, I never did ride the V-Strom as I should. I like riding the back roads in Nova Scotia, and I like doing motovlogs. And when I do, I mostly ride solo. And sometimes I find myself, like last year, I was in Meat Cove and had to put that Road Glide down. Couldn't hold it up on a gravel road, and 958 pounds is hard to get back up.
It is.
So I wanted a bike that was more versatile, that could take me to the places that I wanted to visit. I wanted a lighter bike, but I also wanted a bike that could handle gravel roads and give me a degree of confidence that I didn't have. And also, I didn't want to scratch up my chromed out bagger. So that's basically it.
Okay. And, how's your feelings about the bike so far?
I love the bike. In fact, I've had it about a month, and today it just rolled up 5,000 kilometers.
Oh, that's
really?
good. That's a lot of riding.
I'm riding that bike more than any bike I've ridden in years. I just love that bike.
That's good.
Is yours got the one with the where the shock goes up and down?
It does. It's got the adaptive ride height, Kevin.
Yeah.
And in fact, it's the adaptive ride height that I think has made me enjoy this Pan America, where I didn't enjoy the Suzuki V-Strom as much.
Same on. Why is that?
It's higher, and where, these adventure bikes do tend to be higher, which makes them a little harder to move around in parking lots and things like that. It's hard to be flat-footed, whereas the Pan America has this new adaptive ride height that when I sit on it and turn the bike on, it drops between 1.5 inches to 2 inches. So I can easily push the bike around while I'm sitting on it. It just makes it a whole lot easier to move it around.
Yeah, that's nice.
Right. And I think you're the first one that I've seen with a Pan American that has taken an ATV trail, right? Because I just, so Rob from Dead Knots in the chat, and he just says, I haven't watched your videos. It'd be pretty boring if we didn't ask you these questions, right? Because we want everybody to share in your answer. But I watched your Londonderry, search for the coke ovens, and you took that Pan America on a rabbit trail, right? And I was, Kev, I don't know if you and Wayne have seen it, right? But I was waiting for you to climb a tree.
I almost climbed a tree. In fact, I edited the video. I think if you watch, you'll see me going in, and then suddenly it goes bump, where I hit a log, and I didn't show in the video getting it over that damn log. But yeah, it's a fun bike, and it's funny when I had my Road Glide, I'd ride down a paved road and I'd look in and see a gravel road and think, oh, I don't want to go there. And now, if I'm riding down a 2-lane road and I look in and I see a gravel road, I'm thinking, I wonder where does that lead? So it's opened me up to new possibilities that I didn't think of before.
Yeah. Now, how do you find it on the highway compared to your Road Glide that you had?
Well, it's faster.
Is it? All new bikes feel faster, don't they?
Yeah. This thing is 400 pounds lighter, and it's got about 150 horsepower, whereas I think the Road Glide has about 100, 90 to 100 maybe.
Oh, really?
So,
Okay.
yeah, but because it's lighter, I have found that it's a little more sensitive to crosswinds.
Mm-hmm.
Not terrible. It's just that I've noticed that my Road Glides seem to handle crosswinds a little better. Other than that, the bike is smooth. Today, I think we rode about 300 or 400 kilometers. It's a bike where I can, ride it pretty much all day, the same as a touring bike.
Yeah. Yeah. Guys, any questions for Cal on this?
Oh, on this particular topic,
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for this topic, but I do have a question.
Go ahead.
Did you happen to do voiceovers for industrial safety videos in your early career?
No, I never have.
You have the exact same voice as that guy that does all the hard hat videos and all that stuff. Your video voice is exactly the same as that guy. It's awesome.
I'll have to get a hard hat.
So you're 1 for 1 weight, right? Because you guessed Phoenix being on CMT, right?
It certainly must change the whole dynamic of riding now that you're looking for gravel roads, and little paths to explore. Like, it's a whole different kind of thing, right?
It is. I'm not necessarily just looking for gravel, because it's not. The Pan America is like it's a street bike that can be used off road,
right,
rather than an off road bike that can be used on the highway.
Yeah.
And so there is a slight difference in that the dirt bikes are usually smaller and lighter. So I can handle gravel roads, and I can handle the occasional cow path like like Dave saw me go in.
Mm-hmm.
But for really getting into off-road things, I would probably want a smaller bike, like a Suzuki 400 or a 250 Honda, one of those smaller. Sports.
What I think you're gonna find once you get rolling a little bit is what I found, because I was starting this waterfalls and dams video series. All the waterfalls, at least the majority of them, are not out on your main roads. They're a mile back in down a path, and you have to actually, have the weather that you need to get back in there to actually videotape that stuff. So that series is kind of slowed down with number one, with the shutdown, and plus waiting for all the paths to dry up and not be solid mud, so I can get back there and see what's going on. So
you've got a drone also, Cal, don't you?
I do have a drone, but I'm not happy with the drone, and I haven't really used it. Now, there's a guy in BC, I think his name is Shimoto.
Craig, Craig's in the side chat, and he has said.
Oh yeah, hi Craig.
Has said hello, right?
And I've been watching some of his stuff, and he's got a tremendous drone, and it has collision avoidance, which mine doesn't have. And so I've always been afraid to use it. I need an autonomous drone like he has, and before I work on it, because otherwise I'll be crashing it into electrical wires and things like that. And,
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah. So watching Craig has made me think of spending another $1,000. What can I say?
I know.
Plus taking the do you have your license, or?
I do have my license. Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Cal, just to let you in on the little joke there. So Kevin has a drone, and he had his first video out, and the video started off with the drone going up, And
Never
the
came
video
back.
ended with it taking off into the bush somewhere.
And lost it.
His neighbor found it in the field the next spring.
Yeah.
Got it back to him.
And
Still
brought it home,
works.
and it still works.
Yeah.
Which is good. Which is good. So, Cal, how long have you had your Pan American?
Oh, just 1 month.
Wow.
So-
1 month, and you've got 5,000 K on it?
Yeah.
So I have to ask, because all Harley owners fall into this trap. So what is the next accessory that you need to buy for your bike?
To buy.
Yeah, the next thing you have to put on it.
I bought a lot of things. It's just that all on back order.
Oh yeah, because it's a new model.
Yeah, I guess so. It's so new, right? So
Yeah.
so give us a preview. What's some of the accessories you're wanting to buy for your bike?
Okay, well, I've ordered aluminum luggage for my
nice.
bike, and I'm using the luggage off my V-Strom right now, which they work, but they don't fit exactly. I want my handlebars about a couple of inches higher. I found that I'm leaned over too much, and it's a bit of a
You can tell in your videos you're a big guy, so you need that extra height.
I do.
Yeah.
And
Risers, yeah.
so I've ordered those. I'd like to change the exhaust system to the new Screaming Eagle, and it's not for the noise.
Really?
But I think a lower I'm finding there's a lot of heat on my right leg, and so I've wrapped the header pipe out of the back cylinder with heat wrap, titanium heat wrap, and it has helped. But I think having a lower restriction exhaust might also release the heat in that exhaust system and make it a little more comfortable.
Yeah, I did see the modification that you did to the exhaust with the what was that? The titanium tape, was it?
Yeah, titanium heat wrap.
Heat wrap. All right. Now I didn't know it. You have to soak it in water to make it pliable.
Well, that's what the instructions said, so I did it.
Well, yeah, you put it in the water, and I think it activates it, and then it'll it seals.
Well, that's like when you get a cast on your foot, and you can talk to me because I have experience. They throw the roll in the bucket and just let it soak for about 2 minutes, and then they just grab it out and wind it on, and you can feel the heat. It starts to activate, and it hardens. So I imagine it's the same stuff.
Could be the same. I found that it was easier. Also, I'm not sure if it was as flexible or easy to wrap the pipe if it were dry.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I just followed the instructions and it worked.
Yeah. No, and it looked good. It looked good too. So let's jump over here because I want to find out. So you've got this new bike. So what does the future hold for you and your new Pan American? So what's your thoughts on what you're going to be doing?
Well, I have really mixed thoughts right now because a friend and I were going to ride from Florida to California in late September, early October, and then take Route 66 back to Chicago and then back down to Florida. And I had previously thought of doing that with my Road Glide Special that I keep in Florida. But now I'm thinking of riding that Pan America down to Florida in September.
There you go.
And doing the trip on that. But I'm not sure yet. But it's one of my thoughts. Yeah.
If it's comfortable, like, why not?
Yeah, and it has other advantages, like the air-cooled motor in a Harley is not really great going through Death Valley. And it doesn't handle those high temperatures, whereas a liquid-cooled motor would probably handle the job much better.
Yeah.
Right. Good.
And
So, yeah, go ahead. Finish, please.
I'm finished. Kevin, you were saying something?
No, I was just listening.
Yeah.
I
So
was agreeing with you.
What's the gearing like with the Pan America on the highway?
The gearing is fantastic. And but the gearing coupled with that motor, that motor comes into its power band at about 2,500 RPM, and it just gets stronger all the way up to 9,500 RPM.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Wow.
So I can cruise that in fourth, fifth, sixth, at highway speeds, and I'm still within the RPM range, right?
Right.
So I do, like today on the highway, it was heavy winds. And so I kept it in fifth gear. I was running around probably 110 to 120, and I kept it in fifth gear rather than move it into sixth. And I think I was running at around just over 4,000 RPM.
Well, that's not bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's a great bike in that you can, if you slow down, if you're in, say, fifth gear, you don't need to downshift and upshift. You can, because of that wide power band, and, those 7,000 RPM difference between your low.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem I have with the Goldwing and staying with a group of Harleys. I was either a gear above or a gear below them. I didn't have that torque to chug out and carry up with them. I'd always either have to downshift or upshift. I was always trying to correct to keep with them, so the spacing would do this all the time. Guys behind me hated me because I was always, as I've gotten used to them, I'm able to kind of anticipate now, but that's all in the past after the end of this week. So
I know. They still haven't given you a tracking number for your bike yet, eh?
Well, no, because it's probably just they probably just put it out there. We need this crate taken to such place.
Yeah.
Then they probably get bids on somebody to carry it, and I'm assuming it'll be here probably tomorrow.
Good.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, and we'll have to do a whole show on that.
Yeah.
They're supposed to videotape the unboxing for me.
Oh, are they going to do that for
Because
you?
they won't let you in the shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So, Cal, you've got the Pan America. Are you going to do any moto camping in Nova Scotia?
Moto crossing?
Camping.
Oh, moto camping. I'm sorry. Oh, yes. Definitely. I wanted to do some this Canada Day weekend, but since I'm going with about another 20 people and we're all staying in the same motel, I guess I'll do it on another trip. But they've got a new sort of a scenic byway opened in New Brunswick called the Fundy. I'm not sure what the heck it is. The Fundy Parkade or someone can probably pick up on the side.
Probably.
Fundy Trail, and it's apparently beautiful, and that there's areas down there where it would be really nice to go moto camping. So I have plans to do that in July.
Okay. Oh, very good. Very good. Okay, so I just want to take a quick pause because I did see some new names in our side chat. We've got Lucas Lepine has joined us. Our friend Deadnot, Mr. GRD is with us. Some guy named Jarvis Biker.
Yeah.
Shush Moto Travels is with us.
Larry, 68.
Old man on a bike from
Old guy?
Newfoundland.
Yeah, Richard Slots joined us.
Yeah.
Who else here we got?
Deadnot's going to the Fundy Trail in August.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah,
We'll get video.
Wayne McDonald, right?
Yeah. Hi, Wayne.
He just says he can't get you off the bike, right? Angel Face is with us. Just it sounds like
Briefly, she's going to watch it later.
Yeah. Now, old guy on a bike. So that is Jim, and he's from Newfoundland. So he's a big moto camper, and he's getting ready to take, I guess a couple of months, I think, and he's going to be traveling all through Newfoundland. So we're hoping to get Jim on the show in the future, and he can tell us all about riding in Newfoundland, right? So
Yeah, that would be cool.
He's
Larry 68 is with us, and that's it for now. Wayne says Wayne says,
Wayne McDonald says hi.
yeah.
Just for the people out there, Cal can't see the side chat.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just jump ahead. So Cal, thanks. These questions were all for you, right? So now we're going to get the rest of the panel to join in on our next grouping of questions, okay? So starting off, but we're going to start with you first, Cal. It looks like we can start traveling again. What are your summer plans? So you've told us about September, maybe heading down to Florida on your bike, but what other plans do you have, either locally or far?
Well, other than just local travel, I'm planning to spend 4 nights in Cape Breton and do the Cabot Trail and visit other parts of Cape Breton with our hog chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And then in July, I want to visit New Brunswick, spend some time on the Fundy Trail Parkway, and visit a few people in New Brunswick. There's a couple. Hi, that's my daughter. Hi, Nat.
There now she's off the hook, so she officially came and saw.
I was there.
Maybe we should ask you. Is there anything we should ask him? Sorry, go ahead.
Well, and other than that, I don't have any specific plans other than just New Brunswick. And I had thought of going to Newfoundland. I'm just not sure yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Kev, how about you?
Well, like I said, I'm having a little difficult with my bike. I've got to get the throttle thing sorted out, and once I get that, I imagine in a week or so I'll have it fixed. I'd like to go camping. I'd like to load my bike up and try going somewhere, but we'll have to wait and see. I wanted to go up by North Bay. There's a place up there where I'd like to go, up to Martin River.
Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, up by Temagami there, and just try doing a weekend thing. See how that would go. Try taking my tent and get eaten by black flies. I've done it before. Fish and pole.
Yeah, I once drove with somebody first time going up north, and we saw the sign for Temagami, and he thought it was Tamagami.
Tamagami.
The way you pronounced it, right? So anyway, anything else, Kev? You going anywhere else? Or?
Not really. It really depends on how things open up. I mean, my wife and I like to go camping with our little trailer, so we are going to rent a cottage. We're doing that this summer for a couple of weeks, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, well, sounds good. Wayne?
So Princess is scheduled for her second shot on the 15th of July. So 2 weeks after that, we will be heading for New Hampshire.
Oh, nice.
Plainsfield, New Hampshire, to be specific. Also, I'll be going to Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
And I can go on the 5th. I'll be able to go if I want. So we'll figure that out on one of my 3-day weekends. I'll take and go. So
Yes, that's true.
so there's that. And August 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, my riding group, it's a couples ride, and we're going basically up over top of Lake Simcoe.
Oh.
And then over through Halliburton and around in a 4-day ride. So
That'd be nice.
Basically the same area as we've been before, but different roads. And this time I will actually have GPS that works. So I'm looking forward to knowing where the turns are coming. So,
All right.
As far as anything else, I was myself also thinking of riding back up to North Bay. I like that run, so probably be an occasion where I'll slip up through there. But
Very good.
And then another trip to the Harley dealer to get the first service done, and then after that, we're good to go.
Yeah. How long till you have to get your first one done? Is it 5,000 or 2,000?
I have no idea. I'll be asking that when I'm heading out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1,600 kilometers for your first service and 8,000 kilometers for your second.
Is that what it is?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll probably change the oil before then.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, Bradley Young just joined us from West Coast Throttle out in California. Hey,
Wow.
Brad.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Brad, how you doing? Brad was on with us
Yeah.
not too long ago. So, Cal, just a quick, have you fixed your navigation iPhone problem yet?
Yes, they have. They fixed the problem, and hopefully it'll continue to work. So I can now navigate. And the Pan American doesn't have its own navigation system. It has a display, and it uses Bluetooth from your Harley app, which is on your iPhone.
So does it have a Bluetooth in it, or did you have to pay extra for
Well,
that?
the Bluetooth is in there, so that's fine. But what was happening is when I linked my iPhone with the Harley app, I couldn't hear the audio prompts in my Senna 30 that I wear in my helmet.
Right.
So it was just a configuration issue, and it wasn't so much a glitch.
Yeah.
The thing
Bluetooth is real finicky.
the way it was explained, because it was set up at the time, I was told how to do it, but I had to on-pair my Senna and my iPhone and pair my Senna with the bike.
Yeah.
So then my iPhone is paired with the bike is paired with my Senna, and it runs through that way.
Yeah.
Since my iPhone was paired with the Senna or Senna, whichever way you pronounce that thing, it would only work when it was not linked to the navigation. When I linked it to the navigation, it killed the audio.
Because the Road Glide, you got to pay for the Bluetooth unit. So I had to pay it was another. Well, they wanted 400, but I told them I wasn't paying that, so they dropped it to 350.
Well, the Road Glide has a pretty good navigation system.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. You can create your rides in the Harley app,
Yes,
or on the Harley Ride Planner on your desktop or laptop, which is automatically transferred to your app on your iPhone.
mm-hmm.
And you can just send that to your bike.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, on my riding group, they used to do that. They'd set up all the rides on the website, and then they'd email them to everybody. And so I would download the GPX file and load it into my Garmin, and it would blow my Garmin up every time. So the road would be here, and my bike would be over here in the field. It would never line up. Kevin saw it the day I was riding at his place. I go, look.
He rides in the field.
Yeah, you're like riding beside the road. The road's over here. And every corner, it was like the route was like as the crow flies until you turn the corner. So you had to guess which way you were supposed to go and then turn the corner, and then it would line up with the road again. It was crazy. So glad to be done with that. So
Yeah.
42 degrees. Oh my goodness.
So Craig's having problems with his internet again. Have we heard that before?
Yeah, but he's got an excuse now. It's too bloody hot out there.
put a big antenna up on one of them mountains so you can get better reception.
Yeah, I think so, right? Yeah, or a big whip antenna. Remember the CB antennas that they used to put on the back of your car? It'd be like 10 feet tall,
Big
hanging off the bumper, just whipping. I think he needs one of those for his bike. So just to round this part here off, me and Lori, we had planned on prior to COVID hitting and that. We planned on spending 2 weeks in Nova Scotia with the bikes and the toy hauler, just touring the whole East Coast. But we kind of backed away from that plans. We've got the trailer in a campground right now, not too far from us. It's got a nice river and play center for the grandkids and all of that. So that we've been using that as kind of a place to go and hide from
Jarvis Biker.
Cal, don't give Wayne your
There
address.
was some accusations of stalking on the weekend.
But we are planning. We're going to plan probably the last week of August. We're going to jump on the bikes for a week, and I'm not sure where we're going to go in Ontario, but it'll be we'll be doing as many back roads and scenic roads that we can, right? So aside from the little afternoon picnics and stuff like that on the bikes, that's what we're waiting for, right? For starting there, right? So, and maybe a couple of rides down to see Kevin and Wayne, right?
I really hope that we're able to start doing that more, like riding with the groups and stuff. Like I really like that in our area. Like the group of people that I ride with, like our riding group, we haven't been able to because of the restrictions. And so, it'll be nice if that opens up, because that's always every weekend pretty much.
Cal, did you stay off the road during the lockdowns, or were you able to go? Like, obviously you must have, because you've been riding. You got 5,000 miles on that new bike, so you haven't been hiding in your basement like some of them.
We've things opened up about a month ago, just as I bought the Pan American. Prior to that, we were only supposed to stay within our community, and that's sort of a loose definition. Like, what is a community? Although I'm 25 kilometers outside downtown Halifax, I am in the city of Halifax, and so is the community the area of Halifax that I live in, or is it so we took it in as broad as possible meaning, which means you can ride 2 hours to Ship Harbor and you're still within.
Well, and I think on motorcycles, like you're out, and you're not really around people.
But it was very shortly after that they opened up the province.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I've been doing most of my rides quite legally, just within Nova Scotia.
But wasn't that to the other
the
maritime provinces only?
Right now, we're now, as of June 23rd, it's open to the Atlantic provinces.
Right.
Prior to June 23rd, it was just Nova Scotia.
Right.
Prior to that, I couldn't move outside my community, my county.
Because we had a trip all booked to do like PEI in Nova Scotia and around, not necessarily all the Cabot Trail, but parts of it and around through, and we couldn't go because we couldn't get, Ontario plates weren't welcome in those provinces. So,
that's
the other 2 weekends ago, we rode from North Bay over to Gananoque, but we were right along the Quebec border for part of that ride, but we couldn't go over it. We weren't allowed.
Yeah, people didn't like out of province plates.
No.
To avoid that hotel jail thing in Ontario, when I came back from Florida, I drove my Florida plated car back to Nova Scotia.
Right.
I had to quarantine for 14 days when I came back, but as soon as I got out of quarantine, I went in and got Nova Scotia plates because I don't think people wanted to see out of plates.
No, you put those Florida plates back on to go back south, eh?
No, the car I imported it to.
Oh, okay.
It's now So if I drive it back down, well, I'll just drive it back.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay. So just to bump on to the next question here. So just to get away from the Pan American. So this kind of, Cal and I had the opportunity to chat last week. And one of the things that Cal talked about was the amount of time he spends in promoting his video, right? So in that, Cal, part of it was, so this is going to be for the whole panel to answer, but I was surprised that you list your videos to so many groups on Facebook for advertising. So here's the question for the panel. And Cal, you're on the hot seat, so you're going first, right? How much time do you spend promoting your videos?
Well, I don't know in terms of hours, but when I do a video, you do the normal things. I post a link on Twitter. I post a photo with a description of my video on Instagram with a comment that there's a link to my YouTube channel in my bio. Then I go into and I post it on my Facebook Snowbird Biker page.
Mm-hmm.
I've just started the Snowbird Biker group because I think there's a lot of retirees who are bikers and who are also snowbirds. So I'm not sure if I can tie that in or not, but I've just done that recently, and right now I think I'm the only member. Other than that, there are groups that special interest groups in Facebook, like there's the Pan America Owners Group, Pan America Owners and Tours. So if I do a video on the Pan America, I will make sure to put my video posted in all the groups that might have interest in that video. If I do a Nova Scotia video, I'll try to post it in the groups in Nova Scotia. There's no point in doing it in a group in Winnipeg. They may have an interest, but Nova Scotians would most likely. So I try to think of who would be most interested in looking at my video and post it to those types of groups. Like I did some motorcycle, some visits to waterfalls, like you did, Wayne. And I started to do a series of Nova Scotia waterfalls. And there's a Nova Scotia waterfalls group. It's not a motorcycling group, but it's
right.
a group.
There's one for Ontario too.
Yeah. So when I did so many videos on visiting waterfalls, I posted it there. There's a group for abandoned Nova Scotia. So of course, when I went to Londonderry and found those little abandoned coke ovens, a logical group was the abandoned Nova Scotia group. So I've found that I've gotten some subscribers from these different
Different ones, yeah.
groups.
Yeah, I watched the one was where you took the little boat over to the island and then you walked around it was the old Navy base or whatever it was.
Right.
That was pretty cool. I like that kind of stuff where it's all old buildings and stuff.
You know something? That's one of my favorite videos, although it didn't get a lot of views, but I really liked it. I really enjoyed that.
There's a hell of a lot of information. You spoke through the whole video. The only time you didn't talk was when you were climbing the stairs.
And that was one of the things when I said that I stopped doing videos for a while. I did 60 videos in 10 months, and they weren't just get on the bike and talk for 10 minutes. A lot of them, my destination videos, I called them, required a fair amount of research before I did them. And it was several days' work each video. And So I guess that's another reason I felt a little bit burnt out after doing 60 videos in 10 months.
I
So
found
so much.
somewhere, I went to a destination for another reason, and I found all this history that I never knew about, that you just come upon it, right? So there was no real planning for those videos. Like you could have come back and done a second one where you had a script and had all the information with you, but like those ones pretty impromptu, but yours were well scripted and a lot of information. They were pretty good.
Yeah, especially when you went to a lot of the little villages throughout Nova Scotia. I thought that's what I found really interesting. You know, the roads, the your destinations there.
Yeah.
So,
and the Titanic Cemetery, that was a good one.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah. Interesting.
Okay, so you do a variety. So when you go to post your video, you look at the different groups that your video would be a fit with, and you advertise there, right? So
it's not paid advertising. It's just I'm a member. I've joined all of these groups,
right?
And so I'll just post my video and I try not to abuse that. And I know they don't want to see a whole lot of videos. So I'm very careful about how many videos I use, and if they would have a genuine interest in the video that I've produced.
Right. And you and I joked when we were on the phone when I said, "Oh, did the road glide groups welcome you with open arms with your Pan American?"
I had to make sure to let them know that I do still have another road glide.
Oh yeah, you got the Florida bike. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That's now. Yeah, so you've got both covered. Hey, Kev, how about you? So
I do much the same, actually. I will I'll make a video, and then depending on what it is, I post them in different places. Like if I do a funny video, there's Facebook groups that are for funny stuff. I always post in my Superman Kev 2001 page. I also have motorcycle videos page, and if you don't belong to that, you could ask to. It's a private group, but you can ask, and I'm pretty good about letting people in. I'll let those guys in.
I'm in. I post there every week.
Yeah, actually that group is actually pretty big. There's about 700 people on it, so yeah, it's a pretty big group. I do sort of the same things. I try to go to different Facebook groups. I post on Twitter. I post on Instagram. It depends on what the video is about, where I post it, because I'm much like you. I don't want to poison all the waters for the places where I can, I can post. But yeah, I think it's shameless self-promotion is what you end up having to do when you do this YouTube stuff. Like, I don't know about you, but I mean, I'm always talking about my channel with people, giving them cards.
Yeah.
I think you talk more about ice cream than you do about.
I do talk about ice cream. And there's ice cream groups too.
But there's always a segue back to his videos from the ice cream comments.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, you know what? I try to promote as best I can. How about you, Wayne? What do you do?
Not a damn thing. I've actually pretty much stopped posting to the groups that I was on because they were all Goldwing related.
Oh, okay.
And any of the ones that would let me on, I didn't really get much action on them. And the ones that I wanted to post to, they don't allow other people to post on them.
Oh.
So they're kind of locked down that you can't do anything. And some of them were like maintenance type ones. And the videos I wanted to post were like my how-to ones of changing the water pump,
Well,
all that kind of stuff. So,
like, I belong to a couple of Honda Magna ones because I was on the Honda Magna site.
yeah.
I had a Honda Magna for years, so I don't often post on them. But if I'm doing one that's about motorcycle safety or something like that,
Yeah.
where I've done a training video about how to ride, it doesn't matter what kind of bike you're on. I mean, I do my video on my Harley, but I'll post it there, and they don't mind those. But I don't post stuff that's uniquely Harley.
Right.
On the Magna site. But if it's motorcycle content, then that's different.
Well, basically what I've decided is that the majority of the time I will not run with 3 cameras anymore. I may only run with 1.
Yeah, that's good.
So the videos will be significantly shorter and more topic related, point of interest, wherever we're going and what I'm talking about. So except for when we go on the big rides. So the big rides, like the one that's in August 2, 3, 4, we will put the 3rd camera on for that one and just turn them on and let them go like I usually do, because there's so much to capture and you can't be turning it on and off. So the Garmin's will be running for those trips, but not for the other ones. It'll probably just be one of my GoPros and just do it that way.
I recently added a Sena 10C Evo.
Yes.
And it's the Sena Communications, but it's also got a camera.
Camera, yes.
Yeah, that's neat.
And I find it's really good. Like I did a ride with our Harley group on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And I had no plans to do a video.
Right.
And then when I got there, I thought, oh, maybe just for the interest of the people who are riding, maybe I'll create a little video for the chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All I had to do was click on my Sena on the side of my helmet, start recording.
Yeah.
And with that and my iPhone, I created a little video, I think Ride to Memory Lane with Central Nova Scotia Hog Chapter.
What do you think, guys? Do you think I'd be able to buy another camera from what you heard on the weekend?
Oh, I'll ask Lori, because Lori and Linda were talking, but I think the first number was that you had 47 cameras, I think, or something like that.
It's 12.
12.
Yeah.
Well, just on this, promoting your videos, I had never thought of going out and targeting certain Facebook groups depending on my topics. I had just kind of hooked up with 3 different Facebook sites and kind of just dumped everything there. So, after having this discussion, I'm probably going to do a little bit more research on that.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing a little bit more myself, but it'll be after the new bike and figure out how I'm going to do it. So how it's going to be set up, how I'm going to videotape off of it. I have no idea where I'm going to mount things. I don't have any idea if it's going to work the way I had it. If I can it might shake too much. I don't know.
All right. Okay, so next question, and give me a second because I want to do something here. Share screen.
Nope. There's video.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm not.
What could it be, Kev?
It's not. What am I doing here now?
I don't know.
I'm not
no idea.
Yeah, you're
okay,
right.
Get rid of that banner. You're blocking my eyes.
Okay. Sorry. So let's see. Let's see if I can do this.
Things you got open there.
What now then? What am I clicking on here? Oh, I got to go back to my screen. There we are. Can you see that now?
Oh, t-shirt.
Okay, so the question is, how do you go? So Cal, I didn't even know you had this. There was a little link on your YouTube that directed us to here. So, just quickly, or not quickly, but what I wanted to do is just talk with all four of us just on, how do you promote and merchandise your sites or your channel? So as we see here, Cal has. Why don't you walk me through, or do you know? So you have all of this merchandise. Like, is half of your garage filled with boxes of T-shirts?
No, you can join that site, and they'll drop ship the merchandise at retail to your customers. Right. Now, I haven't worked that yet because you don't get a storefront until you have about, I think it's 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, really? Okay,
so yeah. I haven't marketed that. I've bought some T-shirts myself just to use myself. I wear them when I want to promote my channel.
Mm-hmm.
But when I get 1,000, I will be allowed to have a storefront where people can buy these things if they want.
Yeah.
So what are you at now? How many?
I think as of tonight, I'm at 560.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Cruise Man's Garage, he's got a store set up. It's probably the same company.
Right.
The merchandise looks very much similar to his, and I've bought off it. And the only thing is, it takes quite a while for it to come. Like, it's weeks before it shows up. So.
It did. The T-shirt I bought, short sleeve T-shirts, long sleeve T-shirts, some mugs, just things like that. And I think it took about I don't know, 5-6 weeks. Hi, Kevin. Talking there. There's Red Horse Garages there from New Hampshire. He's a really great guy. You should check him out.
Yeah. New Hampshire's beautiful to ride through. I was there for one of the bike rallies. So Cal, so on your site there, so if I wanted one of your T-shirts, I could just go and order it, and they would drop ship it back to me, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And then they send Cal the check.
And then they'd send me $5 or $10 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
No one's ever done it, so I don't know.
Okay, everybody go buy one of Cal's T-shirts.
Yeah. Oh, very good. So any plans on doing any other type of merchandising? I'll just open it up for the whole group, right? I mean, have you guys... where's he going? Oh, he's going to get his ice cream.
While he's gone, I actually do have a business, Jarvis Biker YouTube, Facebook page. And I locked it down so that I wouldn't lose the name. So that's why I did it.
I don't know why I would pick such a thing for mine.
Yeah. I've got one of those T-shirts.
Okay.
There we go.
Shameless plug.
How much are they, Kev?
$20.
And how do we get one?
Send me a message.
There we go. There's the shameless plug.
There. I'm trying to help you out, Kev.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Yeah, because when we talk about merchandise, I guess at least when I first started off with the YouTube, was the big thing was stickers, right? Yeah. And everybody wanted to swap stickers and things like that. Never really got into talking about other type of merch like beer coasters and mugs and all of that.
Yeah.
So
I think we all do it though. Right?
When I did the water pump on the Goldwing and I took it out for the test ride, I actually broke down because I didn't have the alternator wire plugged in properly.
Mm-hmm.
And I broke down in front of this guy's house. Well, I just threw the cover over and left it there for the night and would come back in the morning, and I thought it was a battery, so I bought a new battery and put it in and got it running, and then realized it was the plug and fixed it and rode it home. But the guy came out on his front lawn. He's like, "Hey, do you need any tools?" Like the guy, he was a biker. He's got a Harley and a couple of Harleys in the garage. So when I left, I stuck one of my spam cards in the crack of his garage door and went on my way. Well, he contacted me back and he said, "I saw your card. Here's mine." And he sent me all his info. And he's into selling all the gremlin bells and little knick-knack accessories for bikers, like all that kind of stuff, and the head handkerchiefs and T-shirts and all that stuff. So I haven't got back to him, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to have a chit-chat with him because it might be something where I might bring him on to this as a guest and maybe just like have 2 or 3 different ones come on and do it on one night. So I may see whether you guys can find somebody the same, and but I got to talk to the guy first and make sure he's into doing it. But it seemed like a lot of merchandise and good information to find out where to get it. So,
right. So I just quickly. So Jim, I just put his message up there because he's looking at doing a new logo. And look at his picture. He's sitting on his bike beside a moose.
Yeah.
Right. Did I ever tell you my Newfoundland story about my camera and the moose?
No.
yeah.
Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Cal hasn't heard it yet. Probably everybody else in the chat has heard it. So Cal, I get off the Port aux Basques ferry in Newfoundland, heading to St. John's, and I got my camera turned on, hit the highway. I'm no sooner 5 minutes out of Port aux Basques than this cow and calf saunter right in front of me, hit the brakes. There I am sitting, filming them walking across the highway. Right? Pretty exciting, for a guy from Ontario to have 5 minutes out. I thought I was going to see moose forever. Anyway, I get up to Corner Brook, take my helmet off, and guess what's on my camera? These guys know. My lens cap. I forgot to take the lens cap off of my...
The lens cap.
Yes. Anyway. So, as I said, right, I can give you the audio of what it's like to see a calf and a moose just run right out in front of you. But I can't give you the video, right? So anyway, thanks, Jim. All right. So,
hang on there, Dave.
Yeah. What do you need?
I'm sharing my screen for you. Just so you know how to do it next time. Algonquin Park in the rain. This young fellow was sitting by the side of the road having breakfast. Yeah. You have to have the lens cap off, Dave. You cannot film with it on.
I'm going to practice. I am. I'm going to practice that. So, Cal, have you met any moose on your journeys?
Yes, I killed one with a Jeep Cherokee in Newfoundland. And I killed a deer with my Chevy Blazer in Nova Scotia. So, and I've seen a few walk across the road in front of me. In fact, on our ride just last week, one ran right across just a few inches from one of the riders in our group. Just the deer ran right across the road.
That's scary.
There's a lot of them here, and it is scary, especially at night.
Yeah.
The group ride I used to be on there 2 years ago. The week before I joined, they were on a ride, and the lead rider took out a deer, or the deer took him out, crashed his bike all up and banged him up. But
that's always my fear. When I'll go out riding in the evening and it starts to get a little bit dark, I'm really watching the fields.
Yeah. Well, touch wood, whichever it is. Luckily, any mishaps with deer and moose, it's only been while I was driving my truck. So lucky so far not having to deal with them on the bike. All right. So this brings us to the point in our evening for rapid fire.
All right.
Right? So I'm going to give you a question, and it is a short answer. All right. So the first one, start with Cal. Cal, do you prefer short or long sleeve t-shirts? And I'm going easy with you. These guys complain about me always giving hard questions, right? So what do you go for, Cal?
I usually wear a short sleeve t-shirt.
Okay, short sleeve. Wayne?
Well, depending on the weather, Dave, it makes a difference, but summertime, not usually long sleeve, usually short.
Okay. Kev?
I like the long sleeve when I'm riding because then you don't get sunburned to bits. And if it starts getting cold, you don't get cold either.
All right. And I'll go for a hybrid answer, similar to Wayne's. If it's hot, it's a t-shirt. If it's cold, it's a long shirt.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
I thought maybe we were getting free shirts.
Yeah, I was hoping.
I know a guy that's got a site. Maybe we could talk to him. All right. Next question. If you were to purchase an event t-shirt, what is your color preference? Cal?
In Canada, it's black. In Florida, it's light colors, white or some of the pastels.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Wayne?
Well, seeing as we're going with a gray Harley, I guess I better have black so I kind of blend and match.
You have a whole drawer you have to fill with black Harley Davidson
I'm
t-shirts.
going to build a wardrobe out in the garage and just have them all lined up like just like in A Few Good Men when he opened up the closet, everything perfect in a row.
Very good. Kev?
Well, for me, I had so many black Harley Davidson shirts that now I like yellow and red and blue, all the different colors. So I always go for the something brighter. I like yellow shirts, but that's just me.
If they have neon, Dave, get them that.
Yeah, neon.
You know what would be good for Kev, right?
What's
And
that?
you can use it in one of his upcoming videos. One of those tie-dye shirts.
I have one.
I've seen it.
There we go. It's got ice cream on it.
I can
Hold on
probably
it,
spill
not
some
actually
on it.
on.
All right. So for me, you know what? Again, I'm going to go with the same as Kev. I've got a drawer that is filled with nothing but black t-shirts.
Yeah.
From rides. If you go on a charity ride, they always get you black, right?
Yeah.
So I've got a drawer full of black shirts. I'm looking at balancing it, so I go for the different colors.
Yeah.
All right. So aside from a t-shirt, what is your favorite purchase at an event or rally? Cal?
I don't have a favorite purchase, but it's usually something for my bike because at rallies I can usually find something like custom dynamics for lights or things like that that are difficult to find locally.
Okay.
Bike parts, we'll say.
Right. Okay. Good. Wayne?
A patch.
A patch?
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah.
And for me, I'm like Cal. I will if I go to an event like that, I'll always be looking at the booths or something, and try and find something that I'm looking for, something that I need, something different. Usually something for the bike, because I have enough clothes usually to sink the battleship. But you can always use another pair of sunglasses or another pair of gloves or something.
Right. Okay. And in the side chat, we've got Wayne McDonald. Wayne purchased pins is his favorite.
Yeah.
Right. So if it's a rally, Cal, you and I, we'd probably be going to the Harley Davidson booth and getting our Harley Davidson pins for that rally, the event rally.
I do get the pins. I was going to say sometimes at these rallies you can get great deals. Like Wayne, you will find that if you want the inner fairing painted on your road glide to match the gray tank, it's about $2,200 at Harley. But at Laconia, I had my inner fairing painted for $750.
Right.
So
While you were waiting,
there are great vendors there that have exchange programs and things like that. And they follow the rally circuit.
So for me, I got a hybrid, right? I'll go, like Wayne, I'll go for a patch, right? So my vest is filled with the patches of all the places I've been. And I'm really disappointed in Kevin on this one, right? So an event or rally,
Ice cream.
I'm always getting an ice cream, right? I'm walking around, the wife goes for the turkey legs, and I go for the ice cream, right? And sometimes whoever's hands are free, that the other person gets to carry the shopping and everything, right? So
I just fell off the wagon, I guess.
You know what? I phrased the question in such a way that it didn't give you the lead into ice cream, right? Okay. All right. Good job, guys. So just in this then, so anything else you'd like to add or give a shout out to? Right, Cal?
I'd like to give a shout out to a brand new motovlogger here in Nova Scotia, and he's also a good friend. His name is John Young. And he started his channel called Frontier Adventures. Instead of 2 T's, it's 1. And he's only been doing it a few weeks, but I think he's going to have a really great channel, and we'll see a lot more of John.
All right. So Cal, if you want to just flip me that in Messenger, I'll add his contact to the description for this live stream. Okay.
Yeah, I see. Wayne wants me to tell about our trip to hell.
Now, is that the one in Michigan?
Yes. Wayne and I rode to Milwaukee and for Harley's 115th, and I was standing behind a guy with a whole lot of patches on his vest, and he had a patch that said, "I've been to hell and back." And I said, "Hey man, where's hell?" And he said, "Oh, hell is a little town about 30 miles from here."
Yeah, a lot of people go to hell.
Yeah.
I've been told to go there a lot of times.
We went there, and we've got the patch. Wayne on his Facebook page has a picture of himself posing at the gates to hell.
Well, that's we all need to go to hell at some point in time, right?
I think I went there in a handbasket.
Mr. Wayne.
A shout out. Actually, I wanted to say to Dead Knot, but he's left the group. But I just wanted to acknowledge that I was thinking about him this week. There's some stuff in the news right now about some of his friends in the military, and I just wanted him to know that I was thinking about him this week, and that wanted him to know and acknowledge that we still feel bad about his friends. So,
okay, Kev.
Well. You know what? I have been watching an awful lot of newer channels, and this isn't going to be a specific shout out, but there are some really good. Because I'm drawing a blank. You threw me with a curveball again. You
know what? Ice cream gets you every time, right?
I know, but no, you know what? I don't think the one thing I would say is on Cal's channel, if you like the Little Red Express truck, he does a great video about his Little Red Express truck, and I quite enjoyed that one.
Thank you.
So that's my shout out.
Very, very good. All right. And for me, notice shout-outs for me this week. I have to say, a great, wonderful thank you very much to my lovely bride, Lorelei, for putting up with the Canadian guys on the weekend.
Yeah.
We had the three of us and our wives she did a bang-up job with, the menu and, even the shots, right?
Yeah, that was good. That was fun.
And if you saw it in the opening little video there, she knew Kevin liked ice cream, and so she went out and got him 4 different types of ice cream, not knowing which his favorite was.
I tried 2. 2.
Whose show is it next week?
Kevin.
It's mine.
Kevin. So we're in Kevin's house next week.
We're in my house next week. I don't know what we're doing, but we're doing something.
Very good. Very good. And for this live stream, I just want to circle back and really thank Cal for coming on and giving up his Monday night. I don't know if he's a hockey fan, but we've probably taken him away from the first couple of periods of hockey. But Cal, thank you very much for taking the time and sharing your story with us. And we really enjoyed, finding out a little bit more about Nova Scotia and a lot more about the Pan American. And we just want to thank you very much for joining us. So, Cal,
that's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I really appreciate being invited here.
Yeah. And I think
enjoyable evening.
Right. And I think this is I think we can say that this was the first one where we didn't really have any technical difficulties.
No, it seemed to work.
We started off on a bad rung, and it started with Shush Moto Vlogger. Right.
We had about 3 in a row that just seemed to we had different problems.
I know. And he's still having problems. So we're going to have to, send our best wishes to Craig and his internet connection.
Yeah. And 41 degrees.
Yeah. I know. Wow. I can't imagine that. So anybody in the side chat we need to say goodbye to? Paul M just joined us a little bit. He's talking about ice cream and motorcycles. It's a good time, right?
Yeah.
So, right. But a very active side chat. Thank you, everybody in the side chat. Right. And as I always say, right, for everybody, we'll see you next week. But in the meantime, ride safe, be safe, and everybody take care. All right. Thanks
everybody for stopping by.
Yeah. And we're going to switch over into the green room now. So everybody take care.
See you later, guys.